Would anybody ever want to do that? No, I don't think you should, but some people are always looking for the next extreme way to speed up their results even quicker. And this is definitely one of the ways to do it. What's up, guys? I have a brand new free guide on how to lose 10 pounds in 3 days through fasting. If you want to get your hands on that, click the link in the description. It'll take you to a page where you type in your email address, and then I will send you the guide for free, how to lose 10 pounds in 3 days. If that's what you want to do, you know what to do. If not, enjoy the video. What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to give you a couple tips on how to make your fasting more effective and increase the intensity of your fasting so that you will lose more weight in less time. Now, these methods are not recommended for beginners. If you've never fasted before, do not do this. This is, I don't want to say it's dangerous, but it is not, you're gonna feel a lot worse, right? Fasting, if you just fast for a couple days and you just don't eat and you sit around and chill, that's actually pretty easy. It's not really that hard to sit around and do that. In my experience, you don't really feel that bad. And honestly, that's kind of the ideal way to do it, where you just take your time, you lose the weight gradually, and it just becomes a more, a part of your life that you can easily integrate into everything else that you do. The problem with using some of these more extreme strategies is that the actual fast itself becomes so much harder that you're not going to do it as often. And not only that, because it's so much harder, and also so much more effective, you're going to lose the weight so much more quickly that you're going to be more tempted to binge and eat shitty food and gain all the weight back, because you have in the back of your mind, you're like, oh, well, I can just go, not eat for 3 days and I'll lose it all again and then some. So I don't recommend that you do this unless you're very experienced and you're looking for a little bit more of a challenge, which is probably not most of you, but let's do it anyway. And again, this is not for people who are out of shape. This is for people who are in shape, most of these tips, right? So the first tip is pretty basic. What I would recommend that you do if you're looking to increase the intensity and effectiveness of your fasting is to exercise with weights, okay? Do some weight training, go work out. It will make it more challenging for sure, because your body won't have anything to resupply your muscles with. Now, I have a theory about this, right? A lot of people will be against this idea, I believe, because the rationale is that if you're fasting and you're not eating, and then you go and you do resistance training, right? Because you're breaking down the muscle, which is not 100% accurate, but anyway, that's how people understand it. Because you're breaking down the muscle and you're not consuming any food afterwards, instead of your body burning fat, your body is going to further break down the muscle and get rid of that muscle mass as a result during your fast, okay? Now, I don't believe that to be true. In fact, I think the opposite is true. I think that if you do resistance training while you are fasting, I think the effect of that resistance training, only in terms of muscle growth, not in terms of neural adaptation, although you could make that argument too. In terms of muscle growth, it will be much more intense. Muscle growth and fat loss, because basically what's happening, we're gonna anthropomorphize your body a little bit right now, but basically you do your workout, you're doing your resistance training, lifting weights, whatever, and then you're not eating, so your body's like, oh man, I really wish we had some food. Where's the food at, bro? We normally eat food around this time. And you fast and fast and fast, and then when you finally do eat, your body is so hungry, it's so ready to use the food that you give it, that it shuttles immediately to the places where it needs it, which at this point would be your muscles, which are burned out from working out. So that's my theory. And also during this time, your body is doing resistance training doesn't really deplete your glycogen stores, so it's not necessarily going to make you burn more fat quicker. It will deplete them a little bit, but not like the next tip that I give you. Okay, so the next tip, by the way, is running. Now, this is running or doing other types of aerobic activity, but intense aerobic activity. So this is something that I discovered when I was in Thailand. I was doing Muay Thai, and I didn't want to waste a couple days not training because I was fasting. That seemed stupid to me. So I fasted 2 or 3 days and went and did my training anyway. And like, it's a lot of cardio, it's a lot of running, it's a lot of pad work, it's a lot of heavy bag stuff. And I would come home destroyed after a 2-hour workout and just not eat for the rest of the day. And let me tell you, you drop weight super quick, really quick. Okay, now with this is where you have to start to be careful. Okay, not necessarily, I don't think you're gonna like die or anything, especially if you're fit and in shape and you know, you're used to like pushing your body. But there were times where I was like, this is awful. I feel really bad. Am I gonna like, do I need to go to the hospital? Like, what's going on here? You gotta make sure to drink a lot of water. You gotta make sure to replenish your electrolytes. It's very important when you are doing cardio while fasted. I'm not talking about regular cardio, like fasted cardio, which is like, oh, I woke up at 8 and I didn't eat breakfast before running. Oh, I'm just gonna eat afterwards. That's not fasted cardio, motherfucker. Fasted cardio is not eating for 48 hours and then go running 4 miles. Why don't you try that? Or not eating for 3 days and doing a 2-hour workout every single day that involves a lot of cardio. That's fasted cardio. Would anybody ever want to do that? No, I don't think you should, but some people are always looking for the next extreme way to speed up their results even quicker. And this is definitely one of the ways to do it. Okay, so like I said, do that at your own risk. Now, the third way to increase the efficiency and effectiveness of fasting would be to take MK677, which is a ghrelin mimetic, or a, what is it? Yeah, ghrelin mimetic. So MK677, you've heard me talk about it before, probably many times, is one of my favorite compounds for recovery. If you have an injury, you will cut the recovery time by at least 50% by taking MK677. It is incredible. I have 10 grams that I just ordered from my shady Chinese chemical plant, and I'm very happy. I'm a very happy camper. I got like, what is that? I don't know, times 40, 400 days worth of MK677 if I take it at the standard dose. That's a year's supply that I have right there. Should you take it for a year? Should you cycle it? It's a topic for another video, but the point is that if I ever get any tweaks or impingements or something, which can happen as a result of training, I have something that I know that I can take that will get me back up to speed ASAP. Now, why is MK677 good for fasting? Well, when you fast, what's one of the benefits is that your body will release, well, really what happens is that you experience the hunger hormone, right? You have ghrelin, your body's releasing ghrelin because you're hungry, right? It's like, oh shit, I'm so hungry, what do I do? Now, when your body releases ghrelin, it's also going to release growth hormone releasing hormone, right? There's this hormone called growth hormone releasing hormone, which is then going to release growth hormone. So anyway, the point is this is when you feel hungry, your body's going to release growth hormone. That's the cascade, okay? So the thing with fasting is that if you go a couple days without eating, your hunger eventually kind of goes away, assuming you're not doing these other extreme strategies. You're just not hungry anymore after a while, which makes the fasting much more tolerable. But also, I would argue, reduces the overall benefit of the fasting because you don't have that ghrelin coursing through your veins, which is going to spike your growth hormone. Now, contrary to what you think, growth hormone does not actually make you grow. Growth hormone is catabolic, and bodybuilders will take it. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think they'll take it for its fat burning properties. It will make the bones in your face and hands grow if you abuse it, but MK677 has been shown to not reduce endogenous production of growth hormone, meaning your body will still produce as much growth hormone as it normally would if you're taking MK677, which is not the case if you're, pinning actual GH or GHRP, which is a peptide that, does other stuff, makes your body similar to growth hormone, maybe? Is that what GHRP is? I'm not sure, I've never taken it. Anyway, the point is this: if you take MK677 while you are fasting, if you take MK677 even while you're not fasting, you are going to be so hungry when you finally do eat that you are going to eat between 50 to 100% more food, depending on the intensity of your training. Bottom line, like, you are going to be so much more hungry. You are going to be a bottomless pit because your body's producing so much ghrelin. Now, when you combine this with fasting or even with OMAD, your body is going to release so much more ghrelin which is going to increase the amount of growth hormone circulating through your body, that if you can actually control your appetite, which is very difficult, but if you can actually control your appetite while taking the MK677 and doing OMAD or fasting, then you're going to burn a lot more fat. Now the problem, two problems. Number one, obviously, is the increased hunger, which is going to make you, oh my God, like so hungry. You're not going to be able to think about anything except food. Maybe an exaggeration, but just make sure you're busy and you have stuff to do so that you're not like, oh my God, like, let me like look at pictures of food on my laptop and like sniff my computer screen to see if it does anything for me. Okay, that's the first problem. The second problem is that it makes you a little bit tired. It creates a little bit of fatigue. So you will have a little bit less energy. So what I recommend is taking something to either increase your energy, which is a good idea anyway. You should be taking stuff that will increase your stamina, endurance anyway, and or just making sure that you take it on a day, if you're fasting anyway, where you have lighter responsibilities. Cool, those are my tips for that. If you guys have any comments or questions, let me know. Any and all comments are appreciated. They do help the algorithm. Subscribe, like, peace. What's up, guys? Thanks for watching the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Any and all comments are appreciated, as they do help the algorithm. Also, if you want to get your hands on my brand new fasting guide, How to Lose 10 Pounds in 3 Days, click the link in the description. It'll take you to a page where you type in your email address and you will get the guide in your email immediately. That's it. See you next time. Peace.